Okay. He'll answer that. He's just saying that why some kind of intelligence failure for the Shahada. Why intelligence failure has been done. As it's looked like. So please, discussion we should say that also. What got failed to do? Okay, say. सुनते हैं डॉक्टर साहब को?
वो अमजद भाई.
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम वबिही नस्तईन My dear brothers, respected guests, Your Excellency, ulama, mashayikh, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Due to the time and Salat of Maghrib and Isha, just only I want to draw your attention towards some point, and just only I will mention the title of these points. First of all, I would like to express my gratitude and sincere thanks to all of you, my elders, scholars, doctors, professors, for providing me this opportunity to meet these very beautiful faces, very pure hearts, and talk to you and share something with you. And actually I learned a lot from you. What you said, it was wise words and encouragement words. Here is not ordinary meeting. This is elite meetings, academic meetings with a lot of experiences. Those who are gathered around this table, each of them is very unique figure in this world and in India actually. I appreciate it, I respect it, and I offer my gratitude and thanks to all of you for encouragement, for your support, for your solidarity, for your condolences, and for your sympathy. Thank you very much. The second thing which I want to mention is the relationship between Iran and India. Actually, because I'm professor in philosophy, and I learned a lot about Indian philosophy before I'm coming here when I was young at the university, and I was lecturer also at philosophy. But before I'm coming here, when I met the supreme leader of the Islamic Republic of Iran, Ayatullah, Shaheed Khamenei, he said that you have to study deep history of India, civilization of India, and anthropology of India. Even he said to me, if you want to become more familiar with Iranian history and history of Iran and cultural of Iran, you cannot understand deeply without knowing the history of India. Because of that, the first book which he wrote it in his life when he was 22 years old, it was about India. 2 volumes of book, he wrote it about India, and several times in public speech when he met students and professors from different universities, he was emphasizing, please read the book of Jawahir al-Nehru, and he was emphasizing, praising on that books, and he said, amazing. He wrote this book while he was in prison. And also it is very, very amazing and interesting that he wrote the book without having library with him. He used his memory. Several times he mentioned. Another occasion is that the Prime Minister of India went to Iran and met with Ayatullah Khamenei at that time. It's supposed to be the meeting between 15 to 20 minutes. not more than that. But this meeting took place for 1.5 hours. And from the beginning to end of that meeting, Ayatullah Khamenei was talking to Prime Minister of India. He said, this is your name, this is your father's name, this is your mother's name, this is your history, your grandfather, you. He started talking to him and he said, you know my family more than myself. Then he started talking about the history of India. Yes, maybe everyone read it in the book and know. But he started talking about the current issues which are not written in any, written in any book. He talked about this the president or director of Jam'iyatul Ulama or Jama'atul Islami, Jamiat Islamiyya, and this is Diubandi, this is Berevli, this is how is he? He started asking about a lot of ulama and scholars. I read this book, I read this book, I read these books, and he was comparing these books together. He said, this is better than that one. He said in this book, so, blah, 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 and another book he said something is opposite to that, what he wrote to that one. However, he loved India too much. And always, whenever I met him, he was asking of ulama, which I don't know how I say to him. Because of that, before I'm going to him to meet him, I was read a lot about the India because I know that he is going to question me about India. And amazing, he was emphasizing on coexistence, which is got place in India. Said this is the symbol for all nations. They have to learn from them. Actually, what I felt here between Muslims, I didn't know before, and maybe he didn't know also, but now it's happened. And as my brother mentioned, and also some of our elders also mentioned, there is no gap between Muslim, Shia and Sunni, as well as there is no any gap between Muslim and non-Muslim. The unity which we witness it now, this was one of his concerns which I'm going to talk about it. However, this is, as you know, Iranian connected to Indians by cultural, by civilization, by education, by wisdom, by philosophy, and by education. Through 5,000 years. 5,000 years, which is recorded in different books. We are not new. Our relationship and friendship rooted to 5,000 years. We were neighbors. Our cultural is the same cultural. Our shape is the same shape. I'm not feeling here that I'm stranger here. Never I felt that. I'm not feeling that I'm foreigner here. Because I think that I'm living with my brothers and sisters, with my family. And even some people, when they see me without my this dress, they think that I'm an Indian. And a lot of our brothers and sisters who are living in Iran, when we meet them, we could not recognize them that they are not Iranian. We have the same culture, we have the same civilization, we have the same even in the shape, body. However, always he was insisting on expanding the relationship between Iran and India in different fields, in economy, in education, in politics, and in culture. So I don't want to mention a lot because of the time. As you know, his personal life, I was a classmate with his son, Mujtaba, for about 2 decades. I was going to their house. I saw everything, and I know everything. For his personal life, he had very, very simple life. Very, very simple life. For 47 years, he was in high ranking of authority in Iran. For 2 terms, he was president of Iran. For 6 years or more, he was member of the parliament. For 37 years, he was supreme leader of Iran. Iran is a very rich country. All budget, wealth, mines of oil of Iran was under his control, under his hand. But till now, he doesn't have house. He doesn't have house. Never he received even single real or rupiah from the government as a salary. One, I asked him, how you manage your life? He said, my life is very simple. I don't need to expand and I don't have costly life. Maybe you saw his dress in the photo, and this dress shows that he's from 35 years ago. A lot of time I saw it, and in the internet you look at it, you see it. And also his slipper, several times I saw. It was for more than 10 years ago. I couldn't wear it. He said, my life is very, very simple. I went to his house. His dining table was plastic table. His chair, he was sitting on it, is not in the office, in his house. It was plastic chair. One day I asked him, this chair is not good. He said, okay, if I buy chair by 1,000, for instance, US dollar, and this one I bought it $1, what's the difference between these two? I sit on it. I don't want to be proud of my chair. I want to sit on it because I cannot sit on the roof. So his life was very simple. I asked him, how you manage this simple life? How you manage it? He said, I receive a little bit gift, not donation, gift from my friends. I use that one. But several times I witnessed, I was there. For instance, one of his friends coming, give him an amount. It was in the pocket, I don't know how much it was. He was taking it, send it back. Okay, take this one and go and give to poor people. Or build, if it's enough, build for them house. He has 4 sons. None of them has his own house. All of them are living in rented house. They are living in rented house. This Mujtaba, which now is our supreme leader, was my friend. Maybe 3 times or more, we were together in Mecca. We went to buy one shirt, we call it the Shtasha, it's the long one. I bought it by 100 riyals. He said, I don't have this amount to buy it. 100 riyal is 25 US dollar. 2,000 rupees. He said, no, I don't know. I asked the seller, do you have cheaper than this? He said, yes, 50. I asked him, okay, 50, buy it. He said, no. The seller told us, okay, you have to go to buy from the top 10. There are some malls in Saudi Arabia by the name Top 10. Everything is 10.
10 riyal.
Then he told me, your friend is very miser. I said, no, he's not miser. He said, is he poor man? I said, no, he's not a poor man. He said, what is this? I said, have you heard the name of the son of our supreme leader? Because we were with this dress, we used this Arabian dress. And said, yes, one of them is very famous, is Mujtaba. I said, this is the one. He started shouting, Ya Allah, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. How is that? The son of supreme leader of Iran is not ready to pay, or doesn't have money to pay, just only 10 US dollar to buy shirt for himself, and he wants to buy by 2 US dollar one shirt. And our prince, last 2 weeks at that time, bought just only one painted frame by $500 million. This is the difference. However, in his